Friends and family, and welcome back to day 3 of the 2023 Disc Golf Pro Tour Championship, presented by Barbasol. Coverage brought to you by Run Productions. My name is Holly Finley.
And I am Raven Klein. Look out for that tree. Here comes round 3. We are so excited. We're still at Nevin Park in Charlotte, North Carolina. We had made the final cut yesterday to our top 8 players, and now they have 2 days to try and win our biggest pot in disc golf history. Really excited to see how everyone plays it this morning. There was a little bit of rain, so I've got some slick conditions, but I know that all these players are up to the task.
First up, Hailey King sitting in fairway hits, first place at 86%. What an impressive stat. Next up, Allie Smith, 4th in C1X putts at 88%.
Joining them on the card, we have Jennifer Allen, who is 10th in fairways at 66%. And rounding out the card, Stacie Rawnsley, 2nd at C2 in regulation at 28%.
Starting off hole 1, a 340-foot par 3. The parking lot on the right is out of bounds. We also have the mandatory light post. Disc must pass to the left of that. What you're looking for is a long shot with a very late bend moving to the right side. Power forehand players will have an advantage here. If you don't really have that shot shape, you can throw straight and take a long putt for a birdie too. I've also seen some success with a backhand roller here.
Up first, let's give a warm welcome to Miss Hailey King.
Hailey King from Wisconsin. Her home course is Rolling Ridge, one of the most difficult wooded courses in the country. So it's no surprise she's found herself in the top 8 players here at the Pro Tour finale. And she starts off with a great looking forehand. She is inside the circle putting for birdie from 20 feet.
A beautiful shot. And after Wisconsin, she moved to Charlotte a year or 2 ago. So she's had a lot of time here in the woods and probably even at this course.
Allie Smith winning her first Silver Series event this year. Really making a statement for herself during the season so far. She's also going with a strong forehand off the tee. Not as long as Hailey. She'll have a 75-foot birdie look at it.
Up next, let's give a warm welcome to Miss Jennifer Allen.
Jennifer Allen going with the backhand turnover, not quite as much height as we've seen her give this shot. She catches a tree on the right, but she'll still have a circle 2 look at the birdie if she wants it.
Rounding out our card, please welcome Miss Stacie Rawnsley.
Stacie also having a good year on tour. This is her 3rd season out on the road, 1st season with Castoplast, and she even grabbed a podium finish in Des Moines.
Another strong forehand off the tee. Leaves it a circle 2 option. She might have that corner tree to contend with.
A lot of the greens out here play fast, but this hole has this sandy patch, which steals a lot of skips from players.
Allie pitches up with her traditional forehand upshot. She'll have a drop-in par.
Ooh, Jennifer Allen with a great bid from deep, and she just catches the cage. Stacie Rawnsley with the C2 bid, but she just leaves it low. Could have been a pitch up. Little jump putt pitch.
Hailey King for birdie. in for birdie here on hole 1. Love starting off with a birdie.
Always a good feeling. Allie, Stacie, and Jennifer just going to clean up their pars here on the first.
Stacie Rawnsley getting a bonus with 5-time world champion Juliana Korver on the bag today.
Hole 2, par 3, 366 feet. The basket is blind from the tee. If you can just crest the hill and have a right turning disc, you're going to get yourself down there. We've seen the most successful players throwing a backhand turnover that has time to fade out back toward the basket. However, you can still throw a forehand. A lot of players, though, end up on the right side pitching up for the par. This is one of the holes we haven't seen a lot of birdies on, and with the elevated pin, even if you're in the circle, it can be a testy putt.
Testy.
Testy.
Hailey King up first after birdieing hole 1. Forehand off the tee. It's clean but a little short. It's a risky putt. Most players would probably lay that one up. Allie Smith's been working a flip-up hyzer all week. She hits early left side. She'll have to pitch up for par. Jennifer Allen putting a move on it and missing everything. Past the basket.
Beautiful.
Putting for birdie from 38 feet.
It is not often that you see someone go past this basket off the tee.
A little dancey dance celebration in the background.
I would too after that shot.
Guaranteed. Rawnsley a little low and left. She drops down early. She'll be scrambling.
When I saw the spotter's hat, I thought it was like her disc rolling. Stacie with the forehand approach. She's going to put herself inside the bullseye for a par save.
Berg doing Berg things.
The Berg is such an interesting disc. I think even distance competition winners could throw that disc and it's only going like 250 feet.
Allie with the proposal forehand. Clips a tree. She'll have a long par save. Checks some different routes maybe she should have taken instead of that one. She's going for the par save. Oh, just a bit of a tower tap. She's going to have to play for bogey. She's not settling for it, though.
No, she is not.
Because we're not settling anymore.
No, we work for things.
Working women around here. Hailey King pitches up.
This is Jennifer Allen for birdie. Leaves it low and does get a roll away from the tower.
I think when you get that type of reaction on the disc, it's important to control your feelings.
Agreed.
Don't feel scared about it, that it rolled away, because the truth is it was only an 18-footer.
Yeah.
Jennifer Allen misses the comeback.
She'll be lining up at about the same distance again. Leaves it left.
Jennifer Allen says she's going back to where she started and misses it yet again. This one has gotten away from her.
It was a very timid putt. Allie makes good on her bogey putt. Jennifer Allen in for the bird triple.
Yes. We decided that you turn it into a birdogie, a bird double, and that would be the bird triple. Unfortunate. Hate to see it. Happens to the best of us. Stacie in for par, as well as Hailey King. Get out of here, you nasty bird triple.
Rolls off the top. And out of the green.
Welcome back, Ace Runners. Hole 3, par 5, 630 feet. Off the tee, you're not looking for distance, you're looking for perfect placement and accuracy right here. Second shot, preferably past this short tee, maybe about right here. If you're feeling a little more aggressive, try to get around the corner a bit. That will shorten your third shot, which is slightly uphill. Hopefully you can get up there in the circle and get a look at a birdie 4.
With this hole being a par 5, we have seen a lot of players have a bit of an errant tee shot, and you're still able to save par.
Hailey King with a very unique tee shot gets lucky, and she's in perfect position.
Stacie with a forehand off the tee. She yanks it to the right, but makes it through everything. So she's still going to be in pretty good position to progress up the fairway.
Allie Smith pulls her shot too far right, and she drops down early, only making it about 120 feet off the tee. Perfect shot from Jennifer Allen with an extra hyzer flare skip. She's a little on the left side, but the distance is amazing.
For the most part, a lot of players, when they end up so far left, they only have like a forehand approach, but there are a couple skinny gaps over there where you can still approach with a backhand.
Stacie looking to get past the bench, and she saws off the shot a bit, landing short in the woods on the right side again.
Hailey in good position here. A solid forehand. She's going to round the corner, and she clears the last of the low hanging tree branches and the bush. So she is definitely the only one looking at the birdie right now.
Jennifer's upshot gets good distance, but hits a tree and ends up on the left side.
Allie Smith's second shot never got her back to the fairway, so she's just looking to gain a little bit of distance and pitch back out into the open.
I love this shot from Allie.
Well executed, gets good distance.
Very safe and conservative from Stacie. She must not have had a good angle to work with, so she just lays it up about 50 feet in front of her.
From here, she was in position to be a little bit more aggressive, but doesn't put enough juice on this one, and she's going to be left with a pretty long par save. Allie sending a forehand up to the edge of the circle, and she's going to have a look to save par.
Jennifer has an alley to work with, but unfortunately her putter hits a tree, and she still has to scramble from there. Now she's gone back to a little forehand upshot. She's in the circle. I'd like to be a little closer though.
Hailey going with the forehand approach. Gets caught up on that last tree, but that tree is at the edge of the bullseye.
Rawnsley with the circle 2 bid, and it's to right side.
Keeps it close though.
I like the commitment.
Yeah. I always say, if you're gonna miss aggressive.
Jennifer with a very safe, conservative bid. She's right under the basket.
Great putt from Allie Smith to save par. I feel like I should rephrase that. Don't miss aggressive, but commit to it.
Basically, Raven just told y'all to run everything at 100 miles an hour. Pro tip!
Pro tip!
Send it! Stacie in for par, and Hailey King in for the birdie from 18 feet.
I'm just saying, there's nothing worse than like a half bid miss. Blech. Commit to the putt or commit to the layup. Don't flutter in between the two.
You heard it here, folks. Commitment. Hailey King currently sitting at 2 under par.
Hole 4, par 4, 640 feet, a similar tee shot to the previous hole. However, you don't have the windingness of the rest of the fairway. If you can get past these 2 trees somewhere in the middle of the fairway, you're sitting pretty. Your second shot, you want to push a hyzer here, maybe all the way up against the right side of the trees so that you can hyzer in toward the basket. We see a lot of players feeling like they have to cut the corner tight and they leave themselves along the left side hill. But 2 good shots gives you the chance for the birdie 3.
Hailey King up first after a birdie on hole 3. Good looking
height. Beautiful shot.
Misses that center tree over the rock ditch. Premium from Hailey King.
I would say maybe a little bit too far left if I got to draw out the perfect landing zone.
You got high standards over here.
I do.
Allie back to that hyzer flip up over the rock ditch. And this is more of what Raven prefers. Not so far left.
I mean, I'm behind the mic. Why not?
Rawnsley pulls her shot a little too far right like we saw on a previous hole. A lucky tree kick. And look at this.
A perfect tree kick.
Look at that.
I don't know who hit Nevin with those bee smokers that calms it down, but we have just seen some really favorable tree kicks this weekend. Jennifer Allen with a great tee shot. She joins the little clump with Stacie.
Stacie has about 320 into the green.
This is a nice hyzer shot, good height. She's going to be able to get up in the circle. And she will be putting for birdie. Allie Smith in good position, but she does saw this off a little bit. Early release and just curls around the corner.
Allie Smith will have to have another forehand pitch up and settle for par.
And settle.
That dang settling. Jennifer Allen with a beautiful standstill using all of the fairway, and she's parked it.
Perfect.
Drop in birdie for Jennifer Allen.
Run it back.
Shout out Flight Factory for sponsoring our FPO Chase Card runbacks all season long, bringing you these amazing shots. That's what you came here to see, folks.
We love dropping birdies. Hailey King opting for the forehand, but turns her wrist a little bit too much, and that's going to end in a cut roll into the woods.
What a unique shot choice from over there. Allie Smith right outside the bullseye for par.
Hailey King off in the rough. She's going to try and get that distance back. As you can see, she's maybe only at like circle 3, but with that much stuff in the way. Goes for the high Annie, but she does catch some branches and it steals all of her momentum, so she's still left with a circle 2 putt.
Going around those trees framing the basket, and she doesn't get any connection. This is Rawnsley for birdie from 25. And she misses right side, looking a bit flustered about that.
Allie Smith in for the par. Stacie's comeback.
Not letting that miss get the best of her. In for that par comeback, no problem. Didn't look timid at all or anything.
No. Always frustrating. I mean, all these players, we know that we can make those. And when you miss one like that and you have the same distance comebacker, I feel like 8 times out of 10, people make those, and then you just get frustrated because you're like, why didn't I do that the first time? It's the same putt.
Where were you a while ago for the birdie?
Exactly. 10 seconds ago. Could have used you.
Jennifer Allen with that drop-in birdie, erasing one of those bogey strokes. That's what we're looking for.
Even with that bogey, Hailey King, the only player currently under par.
hole 5, a par 4, 630 feet. We are playing the short tee. A lot of different fairways to work with. You can go that right back pocket or the center route the drone's flying, landing your drive about here. That'll leave you with 300 plus into the green, and again, a lot of little fairways to work with. Just choose whatever one is best for you depending on your shot shaping capabilities. Hopefully getting up here into circle 1 and having a look at a birdie 3. Find a lot of the upshots are landing high left side, leaving you with a sketchy downhill putt on a very fast green. Jennifer Allen up first, hits the main fairway.
This is a beautiful shot. The height is giving her max distance, and she's just a little bit on that left side. As Holly mentioned, there are multiple fairways to get you down to the basket. Allie Smith, smooth off the tee, also putting herself in good position.
Stacie Rawnsley, seeking birdies, has yet to find one here. Hits the center gap. Moving left, has missed all of the trees, well past Allie's shot, but she's a little too far left. Good distance though. Pro move from Hailey King, grabbing a king-size beach towel from her caddy. These tees are very slippery when they're wet.
Yeah, I always find that interesting when someone puts down just a small piece of cloth and then you have to think about, ooh, my foot needs to land on that small piece. And I think most of the time people just don't want to carry a full-size towel.
Look out, cameraman, coming in here. Hailey King makes the cameraman dance.
Just trying to get the shot. Stand your ground. Allie Smith with the approach gets a little bit of a flare skip that was stopped by a tree.
I spotted a squirrel spectator on the tree over there.
I saw it.
And Stacie, again, she was just too far left, didn't really have a good shot. She's forced to pitch out. She'll play for par.
Jennifer Allen going with another standstill. Great height on the hyzer. And if that sits down, she's done it again.
Look at this. Park job. Jennifer Allen, drop in birdie. Time to erase another bogey stroke. Because that's the way it works.
It's true. Jennifer Allen taking a page out of the pro book. If you lose your strokes putting, take putting out of the equation. Park every upshot.
Stacie lining up her upshot with one eye. That's one of my favorite techniques. I call it the pirate eye.
Leaves that a little bit too high and doesn't quite commit to sending the disc forward, and she ends up near the bottom of the hill. So she'll have another forehand approach to about 18 feet.
Allie with a finessed upshot in the bullseye. Hailey King on a knee. She's got a window.
Throwing her approach a little too straight at the basket, and as Holly mentioned, this green slopes down, so she's going to have a little bit more of an uphill putt.
From 35 feet, Hailey King hits the band.
Stacie Rawnsley in for the bogey here on the 5th.
Allie Smith in for par.
A little bit of a slip, but she caught herself.
Watch yourself. Hailey King in for the bogey.
And Jennifer Allen with another tap-in birdie.
Let's go, Jennifer Allen.
That gives her 2 birdies in a row.
Good bounce back. No player under par on this card as of right now.
Feeling great starts with a great shave. Today, the world is in the palm of your hand. Or at least this can is. For over 100 years, Barbasol, it's a can of can-do.
Welcome back. We have hole 6, par 5, 805 feet. Off the tee, you want to split these trees and still give the disc enough height to keep moving up the fairway. You do have an OB along the left side, so you don't want too much hyzer, and the further left you are, the more pinched you are from getting through this gap. We have seen players get far enough that on their second shot, they can actually shoot through the gap and even get across the creek for a look at an eagle. However, if you play this somewhat safe and smart on the right side, you can still look at that birdie 4.
Jennifer Allen up first after 2 birdies in a row. Like Raven said, looking to get through these trees, please.
That is beautiful. Gives it good height. She's going to get max distance here.
Man, I love that shot.
It almost feels like you can turn it over what looks like too much on this hole, but there's still a lot of fairway to the right side. Allie Smith using that right side. I like this angle better to approach toward the gap.
Look at these magnificent trees.
They're beautiful. Stacie needs to get under that branch.
Oh, and
she does get under the branch.
Hits one of those magnificent trees. And she could still get a birdie, but par for sure from there.
Par for sure.
For sure. Hailey King. A lot of height on it.
Without the hyzer, I love that height, but she's going to get close to the OB.
Hailey King out of bounds on the left side. Next up, Stacie Rawnsley. This is her second shot, looking to get over to that right pocket. Oh no, she's clipped some foliage. It's moving left. It's moving left too quickly. Oh, trickled into the out of bounds. Stacie Rawnsley out of bounds on her second shot. What a bummer.
That's not even an out of bounds that crosses my mind normally, because there's a little like corner pocket with the stakes.
Oh.
You see the squirrel that time?
Allie scaring the squirrel.
Yeah. She skips down, and she's going to be in pretty good position to go around those last trees into the basket.
And Jennifer Allen so far down on her drive, she can just stand still a putter, and she sent it a little early in the corner and got a lucky roll over to the edge. Very favorable for her.
Allie and I have talked about on this hole, if you're going to miss the gap, you want to miss the gap long. There's so much to contend with on the left side. Not quite what I meant by missing long. Hailey does slide into the OB for her second penalty stroke on this hole. But I mean, look at all the stuff that Stacie has to deal with here on the left side. There's so many pencil trees. You've got vines, low-hanging branches.
And she kind of punched that harder than normal. Luckily, enough punch to bust through, and she's got a putt. I feel like you couldn't really finesse that shot.
No. Jennifer Allen, after that little bit of a roll back to the right side, she's able to just step putt up into the circle. I mean, 5 feet further to the left, and she just wouldn't have had that shot.
Allie Smith finds a tiny tunnel to work with, and
Tower
she's
tap.
tower tapped it.
Hailey going with the long bid.
Tower tap.
Hits the base. That's a good bid for her. Still not how she wanted this hole to go down.
Rawnsley misses a little right side. Got a taste of that outside chain. I don't want a taste. I want to make the putt.
I want all of them. Like Jennifer here, grabbing her third birdie in a row. That is a turkey.
Turkey for Jennifer, completely erasing hole 2 like it didn't even happen.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Talk about what?
Got me. Allie Smith in for the birdie. Stacie will grab another bogey here, still looking for that first birdie of the round, and Hailey King also getting a bogey. The bad kind of turkey.
Ooh.
Is there a reverse like word for that?
A stinky turkey?
Like a bad turkey, like a
Like
like another
turkey?
bird. Like
I don't know, burnt turkey? I don't know. Let's check out hole 7. Very favorable for forehands. Par 4, 520 feet downhill. Off the tee, you're looking to get anywhere in the opening and just keep it safe. I've seen some forehand players get all the way around up into circle 2, as well as some really tricky backhand shots that have gotten into circle 2. That'll even give you an eagle look. Otherwise, you can take that inside right corner fairway and work your way up to the green. Jennifer Allen up first. After a turkey. Oh, it's high. Oh, it got a clip.
Got too much height.
That leaf did not help it.
That tree did.
What a lucky drop down. Jennifer Allen. Couple of tree clips and she is inbounds. Smoothie forehand from Allie Smith. I saw her get really far around the corner on day 1 as I played with her. And she's done it yet again. Center cut.
Stacie with the forehand. Good height on this. Clears that corner. And she'll be kind of lined up with the skinny gap through the middle, or she can take the wide route along the left side.
Hailey King, good, powerful forehand, makes it around that center tree. A little bit of an extra roll ski, and she's in the middle of the fairway.
Jennifer Allen with another standstill backhand here. Just needs to make sure she doesn't undercommit. She does not. She gets all the way through those center trees and is actually in pretty good position.
Stacie lining up a gap, but does not hit it and ricochets over to the right side, behind Conrad. He didn't even flinch.
Didn't even flinch.
Pro move. And this is the route I like to take. Although Allie Smith does clip a tree, she still gets up there for a long birdie look.
Stacie with the standstill backhand. She's able to push up. She's still outside the circle, but does gain some forward momentum. Hailey King with the forehand through. These trees are just not letting things through right now. And she gets a kick still at the bottom of the hill.
Jump putt out of Hailey, and now we're inside the bullseye. Here we are with Jennifer Allen. Got about 130 to the basket. Back to her classic Yeti AVR. Little forehand up shot.
Thank you.
Oh, 5-time world champion Juliana Korver notifies Jen she's about to misplay from the incorrect lie. And Jennifer moves over behind her camouflage mini. JK saves the day.
Yeah, she moved her mini, or she marked her mini, moved her disc to the side, and after switching discs, lined up with the disc. We've seen that before. I've had players tell me about it. Whenever I place my mini, I put my disc directly in front of it so that even if I were, to go back to it, you're still in your lie.
Pro move. Rawnsley goes for the long C2 bid and misses left. No taste of the chains on that attempt.
Jennifer Allen able to save the par and not have a misplay.
What a stroke of luck for Jennifer Allen. A real freebie from teammate Juliana Korver.
Yeah. Stacie Rawnsley, unfortunately, carding another bogey here on the 7th.
Also, I commend Juliana for paying attention to, there's so much going on, and she's got her own player to worry about. She's caddying for Stacie, not Jennifer Allen.
Yeah.
But yet she was paying such close attention that she noticed that, and that really says something.
Allie Smith and Hailey King both grabbing pars.
Stacie Rawnsley still seeking out a birdie.
Hole 8, par 4, 548 feet. The power lines go down the center of the fairway. If you have the distance, you can send something pretty much along the slope of the hill and try to cross the creek and give yourself an easier look at that birdie. However, with this distance, if you could throw something a little bit slower and land yourself short of the creek, it's only about an extra 30 to 40 feet to approach for the birdie. We've even seen some players, to avoid ending up in the left and right rough, Send it knowing that they might end up in the creek, and you can still save the par from there.
Jennifer Allen up first. Taking that inside route, looking for a flip up, and she doesn't get it. Knocks down early, left side in the woods.
And such a high shot. I really do think the most successful plays on this hole are if you can really match the hill.
Allie Smith goes to the right of the pole, but hits a tree on the right side, and she's kicked over to the left. She'll be shorter than Jennifer Allen, I believe.
Hailey King with a good-looking shot, hits one of the poles, and now it's a great-looking shot. What a beautiful kiss off of the pole. She's in prime position.
That redirect. Unbelievable.
Stacie with a nice-looking shot, using the width of the fairway. Good height. And she's going to skip down. Oh, but she does go into the out-of-bounds area.
Allie Smith out of position, just forced to pitch to the center of the fairway. And from here, she can still get par. She is lined up very nicely. It's a little short. It's a little short.
I mean, it's a good forehand flex line, but getting all the way back up to that top of the hill is tough when your approach is downhill.
Jennifer Allen just looking to get across the creek.
Caught a branch, but does clear it, and she's at the base of the hill. Hailey King in good position here, lines up a forehand approach. Another nice little tree kick, and she is putting for birdie.
Even though Stacie went out of bounds, she is perfectly lined up with the fairway. This will be her third shot with the bird. Look at this. She is up there putting for par. That's one interesting thing about this hole. You can almost try just to go all the way across the creek and see if perhaps you can have an easy birdie or even a long bit at eagle. And if you're in the creek OB, well, like Stacie just showed us, it doesn't look that hard to save par.
Yeah. The risk reward isn't huge. Like there's not a big gap like there might be on some other holes. Jennifer Allen pitches up, and now this is Allie Smith to save par. Is it a decent bid, but she'll just be taking the bogey here.
Stacie Rawnsley in for par after OB on her tee shot.
Hailey King in for the birdie. Always feels nice to capitalize when you get a good tree kick or something like that happens.
Jennifer Allen in for par. And Allie Smith will have to settle for a bogey.
Shoot.
Oh, darn.
I hate that.
And Hailey King...
Don't settle!
sitting at even, and all the other players currently over par so far. Welcome back, Ace Runners, hole 9, par 4, 580 feet. Off the tee, you can throw a straight shot. If it lands a little left near the short tee, that's a fine landing position, as well as right here. Depending on how you want to shape your second shot could determine where you want to land your first shot. I haven't seen a lot of second shots get past this log, and that's really what you're looking to do. Once you get to that log, it's a very quick downhill slope, OB behind, and the putt, you might not be feeling it. Hailey King up first.
Trying to push a forehand up the fairway. She does grab a little bit of a twig on the left, but then after another tree kick in the middle, She's in great position.
Jennifer Allen back to her mid. Hits the main gap. And this is looking
Nice
good.
turnover. She's going to push that far side of the fairway. It gets great distance.
Stacie Rawnsley using her golden leaf disc.
Oh,
She hits early left side.
it was looking like a really nice shot, and I don't even know if she could see that tree off the tee. It was one of those hidden ones. Allie Smith with the late turn backhand. Similar to Jennifer Allen, she's going to push that far side of the fairway.
Stacie Rawnsley's second shot. And hits yet another tree.
Again,
She'll have to scramble for par.
both of those shots looking nice out of her hand and just catching a late tree.
And from here, Allie is just looking to get past this log
Get
and
past the
get
log.
herself a putt, and she doesn't. She's at the log. Logged.
Log jam.
Jennifer Allen, she's got the Halo Rock 3 in her hand.
Into the log.
Under the log. Jennifer Allen under the log, putting for birdie. Haven't seen a lot of birdies here.
I didn't even know there was a gap under that log.
It's a surprise.
Hailey King with the forehand approach. Also not past the log. The log and the tree are working together.
I need you here, Stacie. And Stacie hitting early, also landing short of the log. And like we said, this is a fast, scary green. Not a lot of players are going to go for this putt. Stacie says no thanks. Allie says no thanks.
Well executed approaches.
Hailey King.
Lining it up.
Oh. Oh, no thanks.
She lied. Thought about it. Just trying to trick us here. Jennifer Allen for the birdie.
It was a good
catches-
attempt.
Just catches the right edge. She's just happy with it sitting down.
Hailey King tapping in the par. And
Stacie Rawnsley with a bogey to finish out the front nine.
Jennifer Allen tapping in her par, as well as Allie Smith. And that's it, folks. Day 3, front 9 of the Pro Tour finale. And Nevin not giving up a lot of strokes out here so far.
So far, we still have hope though. Anything can happen out on this course.
Checking out the leaderboard, Kristen in first, Owen in second, Kat in third, Missy and Hailey tied for fourth, Jennifer and Allie tied for sixth, and Stacie Rawnsley in 8th place. And only these 8 players are going to be here for the back 9 and for Sunday.
Yeah, a lot can happen. I can't wait to see. I think things are drying out a little bit, but thank you guys so much for watching this front 9. If you'd like to support me, Raven Klein, you can find my tour series Convict on the Dynamic Disc website.
And if you'd like to check out some Pharma CBD products, head on over to their website, pharmacbd.com. Use code HOLLY for 20% off all products all the time.
Can't wait to see you on the back 9.